Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us here this morning. We're here today for an important day, and this happens every year at this time. But what's really important is taking care of the needy, especially in today's world and what's going on. So I wanted to take this time. I'm Chad Lopez, president of WABC Radio, and here with me is Joe Parisi, the president of Gristedes and D'Agostino. We're all happy that you're here today to join us in this season of giving. And today, John and Margot Katsimatidis, as they do every year, with our partnership with AARP, and Beth Finkel's here from AARP, and thank you so much for joining us this year in this partnership, Beth. But we wanted to just make sure that every family is fed. That's John, Margot, and AARP's mission this year, is to make sure that no family goes without a Thanksgiving meal. And what a great day this is going to be. We have our bus here today, the WABC bus, is always, the trolley, I should say, the trolley, who's always going to be at our events to make sure that we're always doing the right thing and sending the right messages out and making sure that we are taking care of all of the people who live in New York City. So thank you all for joining us here today, all right? Joe, you want to say something?
Thank you, Chad. What's really important is I really want to thank John and Margot. You know, they are definitely a special people with a big heart. And I've been working for them for the last 2 years, and they've done amazing things, and today's a great example. The other thing, on behalf of the Gristedes team and family and the D'Agostinos, we're glad that we're here today because it's all about looking at ourselves, and, you know, a lot of us have it really well. And it's important that we feed the people and put a turkey on people's tables that can't make it happen. So thank you very much.
John, Margot?
I'm going to go that way, so you go that way.
I'll keep it short and sweet. We've been doing this for 25 years, feeding the hungry during the Thanksgiving holidays. Reminds us that not everybody is as well off as us. And that's what it's about. And I want to thank our St. Francis pantries for helping with this whole thing, and AARP, and the fire department, our new partnership, and making sure, thank you guys, for making sure the hungry are fed. And that's what it's all about. And we're also, me and Margot, are also involved with the Police Athletic League. So we take care of the hungry, we take care of the poor, but we take care of the kids of the inner city. I've been working for the Police Athletic League for 40 years under Mr. Bob Morgenthau. And that's what it's about. Margot?
I agree 100%. And we just do this out of the love in our hearts, and that we know we have, but we also know how tough it is for so many people. So we are honored that we are able to help others.
Thank you.
And John, Margot, if we could, St. Francis has been so great to do this with us, and if we can just take a moment.
A moment of silence.
A moment of silence.
Let me just say, a moment of silence. Father Francis, who's been doing this with us for 25 years, passed away over the weekend. So Father Francis is the first time he's missing Thanksgiving. But we want to have a moment of silence for Father Francis, and we will repeat his name every Thanksgiving, because if you repeat his name, he's really still with us.
So if we could take a moment of silence. Thank you. Sid Rosenberg.
Good morning, everybody. And we're all happy you guys are here in the greatest city in the world. Doesn't feel like it every day these days, but it is. Rangers and Knicks play right around the corner. This is the greatest city in the world, especially this time of year. I've lived in many other places, and I've always missed New York during Thanksgiving and Christmas. The energy in this city is great, and New Yorkers are still very, very good people. They are overwhelmingly good people, and nobody better than John and Margot Katzimatidis. And we all say it, not because we're mandated to. We don't get better contracts and make more money. We actually feel that way, that John and Margot Katzimatidis are two of the nicest, giving people you'll ever meet in your whole life. And New York is really, really lucky to have them. So everybody out there, give a round of applause to John and Margot Katzimatidis. I look forward to this event every year. I really do. And I felt bad for folks that don't have what most of us out here do have, which is the opportunity to buy our own turkeys from Joe Parisi at Gristedes and D'Agostino, like I did this year, and like hopefully all of you will do this year. Make sure you get all your turkeys and your stuffing and all your good stuff from Joe Parisi at D'Agostino's and Gristedes. So earlier this morning, when I was done with my morning rant, I had the... I'm glad you're laughing. I had the fortunate opportunity to meet... You're no dummy. You're smart, you see. He knows at 6:45 something's coming. I had the opportunity to talk to a lovely lady who runs, she's a director of AARP, and I'll tell you a quick funny story. When I turned 50, my wife said to me, "Oh, look at you. Good for you. Now you can become a member of AARP." And she was making fun of me. So I said, you know what, just for acting like that, I'm not going to do it. And then I learned 6 years later this morning how much I'm missing out on, which includes feeding the hungry as well as taking care of kids, like John mentioned with the PAL. They do a tremendous amount of work. And let me tell you something else. All of us, Greg Kelly and Dominic and all you folks, Curtis, all that Social Security money that comes out of our checks, you want to get that one day, right? Well, the AARP makes sure we're going to see that somewhere down the road. So with that said, this lady does really important work, and she's a lovely lady. And her husband, Shelly, worked with me in the world of boxing for many years out in Las Vegas. She is Mrs. AARP. Say hello to Beth Finkel.
Hi, thank you so much for having us here today, letting AARP partake in this. I really want to thank the Katzimatidis, their generosity, I think knows no bounds, and all New Yorkers know that. AARP is so pleased to be here today. I got to just throw in some data because that's what we do. 1 in every 10 New Yorkers is hunger related in their lives. They have trouble putting food on the table. And one more data point, for the 65 plus, the number of people who are facing poverty, 65 plus, has risen by 37% in this state. So that's important for you to know, because that's why what we're doing here today is so very important. So I want to thank all of you. And again, thank you, because AARP is so happy to be participating in this.
Before I get to the FDNY guys, I love you guys. We all love you guys. I do want to recognize some of the great talent at our radio station that is here today. We just celebrated Veterans Day last Friday. Not only is this guy a big-time radio and television talent, but he proudly served this country and, in fact, is a hero. And I mean that. From 1 to 3 every afternoon, here's our friend Greg Kelly. Dominic Carter did not serve this country, but he's our hero, too. He's on midnight every night. He does a terrific show, Dominic Carter, a real voice of reason. We love Dominic Carter. And my partner in crime, as John will tell you, at 7:05 every weekday morning. I just took a 12-minute subway ride with this guy. It was like 12 hours. Because, no, I mean this, we saw 3 different things. That'll be the discussion on the radio show tomorrow that is going to anger some of you here in New York. But that's what he does. That's his job. He oversees all of this, so we don't have to. Plus, he's a great radio talent. And, of course, Mr. Guardian Angel, the great Curtis Sliwa. Who am I missing here, Chad? I didn't see. Who am I missing?
Is this set up the right way? We're missing another great talent that's up here with us, John Katzimatidis, and Katz and Cosby.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Not just Katz and Cosby. And I'm not sure John believes me, but I actually wake up on Sunday mornings, and I used to watch the NFL pregame shows because I love football. And now, instead, at 8 o'clock on Sunday mornings, I put on the Cats Roundtable, because not only is Cats and Cosby at 5 o'clock every weeknight, the best radio show afternoons in New York, but the Sunday morning show that he does, you guys got to listen, Cats Roundtable, 8 a.m. Sunday, every Sunday morning, is honestly the most informational, best-run radio show all weekend long on any radio station. So Cats and Cosby, Cats Roundtable, the great John Catsimatidis. I mean that. Those are two great shows. I like when you mention me. Keep doing that, John. It's good. Listen, the FDNY is here today in big numbers. All you guys out there, thank you so much. We've got some very decorated members of the FDNY, including the president of the Uniformed Firefighters Association. I think I got all that right. A real hero, talking like Greg Kelly. He's a terrific guy, too, folks. A real New Yorker. Say hello to Jim Brosi.
Thank you very much. I'm the president of the Uniformed Fire Officers Association, and I am here with Bobby Eustace, the vice president of UFA, as well as Chief Mike Agello, the Manhattan Borough Commander. I'd just like to thank John, Margot, Gristides, AARP, WABC for giving us this great opportunity. The fire department has a very unique perspective of any other agency to be able to go in and out of people's homes for a variety of reasons. And we do get to see the poverty up close. Sometimes it's very hard to see as you move around the borough of Manhattan, or even just as you pass the city streets, to think how affluent the people are. But when you get inside people's homes, you really see the depths in which they're struggling and the conditions in which they're living in, either for high rents or for rapidly rising inflation. The other thing I'd like to thank you for is most of the time when we're serving the community, it's usually under the worst circumstance. We come and people really appreciate what we come for, but it is nice to be able to come under circumstances in which people aren't participating in a tragic event or a loss of life, and just be able to give back to the people who are oftentimes forgotten in such a city like this. And this opportunity to partner with Catsimatidis and with all the other great people at ABC here is a really great opportunity for us, and we're really grateful to do it. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Bobby Eustace. I'm the Vice President of the UFA, Uniformed Firefighter Association, and just want to echo what everybody else said, too. I want to thank Catsimatidis, AARP, Gristides, and DeSago, and same thing, we're civil servants, and civil service is the path to the middle class, so the FDNY is in every neighborhood, and our members come from every neighborhood, so when we get this opportunity to go back and give it and be in a better place when a lot of us started, similar to what Jim said, it's a good feeling for us. So we jumped at the opportunity to join these people and join everybody around here to give back to the community. And we get to see it every day, get to see how our lives are improved a little bit better. And it's something that we look forward to every year. So thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you to AARP, FDNY for showing up, our talent, all WABC. And let's start the giving and caring for one another. Let's start giving out the turkeys. Thank you.